role model there for all the other young ladies and men out there. Elsewhere, President William Ruto has expressed concern over escalating hostilities in the Upper Nile and Jonglei states in South Sudan and called on the international community to urgently provide assistance to the government of South Sudan to address the situation. In a statement released from the Eldoret State Lodge, the head of state says he has held talks with South Sudan President Salva Kiir on the need to lead the country from the brink of war and back to a path of a lasting peace as envisioned in the revitalized agreement for the resolution of conflict in South Sudan. According to the United Nations, 166 civilians have been killed and more than 20,000 people displaced in clashes between armed groups.
For 5 months, this has been the situation in Upper Nile and Jonglei states in South Sudan. Thousands displaced from their homes following clashes between warring groups. Families have been forced to erect makeshift homes in safe areas where they depend on well-wishers to supply them with foodstuff and medical supplies. This hospital in Kodok, Upper Nile, has treated more than 20 people with gunshot wounds, with many more others believed to be hiding in swamp waters with burns and gunshot wounds.
You ran from your house without anything from your hand. Cattle are dying because they cannot go anywhere. They cannot move 2 miles away from Kodok here. They will be taken by the armed groups.
A situation that President William Ruto says needs urgent attention from the international community. In a statement, the head of state says he is concerned with the escalation of hostilities in the neighboring country between the signatories to the revitalized agreement for the resolution of conflict in South Sudan. President Ruto has said that women and children continue to bear the greatest brunt of the increasing cases of insecurity, violence and displacement, and that they are in desperate need of food, water, shelter and medical supplies. The head of state has appealed to the international community to focus on immediate intervention geared towards the de-escalation of the conflict, peaceful resolution and urging the rival parties to coexist for a stable nation. The president, who held talks with South Sudanese counterpart Salva Kiir, implored him jointly with the other parties involved to put their efforts in ending the war and find a path to a lasting peace as envisioned in the agreement. President Ruto has directed a shipment of foodstuff and essential medical supplies be airlifted to the affected areas and states, and has also urged President Salva Kiir to facilitate the delivery of humanitarian assistance to the affected communities. The United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights says the clashes triggered by disputes over grazing areas, water and cultivation land has led to the death of 166 civilians and displaced more than 20,000 since August this year.